Welcome. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining the program. I appreciate every one of you that has been waiting all this long. I'm very sorry I came very late. So for those who are there with me, please like and share to other platforms. Like and share to family and friends. Share to our neighbors. Share to everyone that cares, so they can join us on this very morning message. We must continue to preach the message and bring to everyone that cares. You're welcome. You're welcome. And you're welcome. From my end, I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Accept my greetings according to your time zone. Please make sure you subscribe if you have not yet subscribed. Like and share the program to all platforms. Share to family and friends so you can join us to spread this gospel. We have a mandate to preach the gospel of Biafra. We have the mandate to send message to all Biafrans across the world. And we must stand on that mandate. Before we proceed, let's go straight to our inspirational music and prayers so that we can commence on the program of the day. Thank you. Welcome, 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 welcome. Before we go finally into the program, let us listen to the prayer of our Supreme Leader, Martin.
Over every prayer to people to get up their outside in heaven. Therefore, as we always commence, not from today, but from above. Our Father who art in heaven, nothing can be so that your name may be hallowed by men, that we may bow at the mention of it, that we may offer every glory unto thee, that we may offer you every adoration and adulation, because there is none like thee. You fight our battles for us. Every blessed day you demonstrate through your kindness and your everlasting mercy that you are our Lord, our God, and our Creator. This evening we offer these your children unto thee. All over this very planet that you created, they are listening across the entire 24 time zones of this very planet. We are the inhabit. They are listening to your gospel this very evening. This gospel of redemption, a gospel of hope, a gospel of restoration, a gospel of renewal, this very gospel of freedom, this very gospel of emancipation as only you ordained. That this gospel must be preached, that mankind may be set free. Of the British. My goodness me, I didn't want to remain in the street because we must worship heaven. We answer your name, O Lord of hosts. Everything about us is designed to offer glory unto thee. We have atoned for our sins last year. This very year we have not only atoned for our sins, we have sinned, we have shed blood, they have shed our blood. We have let our sacrifice be made unto thee. Even on the 30th of August, as we are being felled by the bullets of the enemy, by the waters of the iniquity and of darkness, we remain very strong today to beckon upon thee, to ask you for your mercy and for your grace, to ensure that your kingdom is restored upon the face of the earth, that you can bring your healing hand to bear upon the life of those of them that you created. For one sin you have proposed, and that purpose alone, which is to worship you in truth and in every honesty. Is there any way that we have erred? Is there any way that our ancestors may have sinned? We confess before a congregation of the whole of humanity to ask you, Lord of hosts, to have mercy on us. Because you must have mercy upon us. We have suffered enough. We have been sunk together enough. We have been tortured enough. We have been imprisoned enough. We did not do this to do anything. Our only crime is to answer your name. Our only crime is to be born your children. Our only crime is to excel at everything that we place our hands into. Our only crime is to exhibit your glory and your blessing, which manifestedly is upon our lives and present. That is why they want to kill us. That is why the British want to join those of them who don't know you, to destroy your creation and your inheritance. You will not allow shame to befall your name. You will not allow the enemies to triumph over the lives of your children, because you created us to exist, to worship, to honor, and to praise you. That is exactly what we are going to do when this miracle comes. It will come in truth and in every honesty. Because we remember every blessed day to one time beneath the whiter and white and whiter than snow. Is there any way that we have sinned that you cannot forgive us our trespasses? To enable us to fulfill the only word which was spoken thousands of years ago, that instead of what you promised not to come to pass, that heaven and earth will cease to exist. You opened your mouth to bless mankind to the coming of the Yeshua. You came here and said, let your kingdom come on earth as it is in heaven. Those words can never be in vain because they are anchored upon holiness and humanity. That is why in the end we know that Biafra will come, that these children that we have given birth to all over the world, and their children, and their children, and their children, as long as they give birth to them and they are Biafra, they will worship you in truth and honesty. Through this very work we are doing, mankind will come to understand you. Let your miracle be wrought in our lives. Let us witness and behold your magnificence, your holiness, your mystery, and your grace. Under our God, Lord of hosts, we call upon you. We call upon you to lead. We call upon you to provide certain dose of that you are in. We ask you to come and strengthen those who are weak. We ask you to restore those who are there is hopelessness. We ask you for illusion where there is destruction. We ask you for one brother, one camera, one goal, one blood, and one flesh of your children. The epic Sunday videos, the Inson, the security, the sorrows, and also those of heaven from Israel. We are traveling all the way to the lands of Ghana. We are moving on from there to Idoma, to Igede, to the territories of the Igbo land. All these places we dedicate to you. All these lands of yours, we ask you to cover in your mercy. Because Biafra will come and when it does, we will dance on the streets and tell you. By the time that we are born, humanity will think that we are mad, we are drunk in your glory, and rightfully so, because your kingdom will come to rest upon this earth. That very kingdom is the unadulterated, non-negotiable sovereignty of the Republic of Biafra. That your will may be fulfilled in our time. Need you to take the rest of this. All things we pray, all things we ask for. In no other name apart from that name that belongs to you. I had a society he said,
welcome, 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 welcome. Thank you for joining me on this morning program, wherever you are joining from. I appreciate everyone that has been able to connect to this program this morning, wherever you are connecting us from. I welcome you and I say, may Chukwu continue to guide you, protect you, and secure you. Thank you so much for being part of the program. Once again, I am very sorry for coming a little bit late than usual. I connected to the program late because of some circumstances beyond my control. Sometimes those things do happen. I really, really sincerely apologize for coming late. And I welcome everyone that has been waiting patiently and is able to connect. I say, may Chukwu Okike guide and protect every one of you that has connected and have been waiting. I appreciate my beloved sister, Diana Ogunbiade. You always hear one of the pillars of this very platform. I appreciate you so much, and I say, may Chukwu Okike continue to guide and protect you, my beloved sister. My brother Daniel Chisom Obonna, thank you so much for being here. You are also one of my supporters on this very platform. Samson Onochie, I welcome you. You are amazing and you're welcome to this very platform. You're one of us. My beloved brother Chukwuma Solomon, I appreciate you, my brother Chukwuma Solomon. Thank you so much for being here with us, as always, one of our pillars also. And my beloved sister, Mary Telka, thank you so much, my beloved sister, Mary Telka. Every one of us in this platform know her, except you are a new person. If you're coming new, you might not know her, but she is one of the hardcore Biafrans in this very platform, and she is a member of this very family. full member. Each time she mounts the stage, you will understand and you hear things that will encourage you and strengthen you the more. Everyone that has connected, whether I mention your name or I didn't mention your name, whether new or old, you are highly welcome and you are special in this platform. We are all equal stakeholders in this very assignment. You that is on the comment section watching and sharing, you are doing your own part. And Chukwu will continue to bless you. I am doing my own part. Chukwu will bless me as well. Every speaker that comes on this platform to speak, you are playing a major role, and Chukwu will continue to bless you. Fellow Biafrans, for those who are coming for the very first time, and the people that are going to see this our video for the very first time, I want you to know that this platform you are watching this program from is a platform that is under the Biafra Republic of Exile. A platform under the command of our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, and on the supreme command of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Now, it is your choice to decide either to be here or not to be here. In this very platform, we do not come here to instigate violence. We do not come here to attack individuals. We don't come here to preach hate. We do not come here to attack any race or religion. What we do in this platform is to bring the situation in Biafra land before the whole world. To tell the world the true situation of things in Biafra land. To debunk every lie that the enemies, the contraption called Nigeria, is telling against the Biafran people, against our Prime Minister, and against our Supreme Leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. What we do in this platform is to encourage everyone that is genuinely seeking for freedom, regardless your location, your race, or your religion. If you are genuinely seeking for freedom, we are here for you. And most importantly, we are here to encourage Biafrans to continue to hold on to their rights to freedom, the right to self-determination, the right to self-defense, and the right to life. These are our rights that must not be given up. It does not matter what the enemy says. It does not matter what the enemy plans. It does not matter what the enemy thinks. We will continue to hold on to this right because it is our right. Every one of us that has connected this platform, this is a platform for the Biafran people and our friends. You have the right to join us on this platform to express yourself, make your case, make your point, say it the way you want it. All we want is for you to appear decent and also make your argument in a civil manner. As long as you present your argument in a civil manner so that Biafrans can understand you, the world will equally get your argument. We will give you all the time on the earth to say what you want to say. But we beg you, keep it civil. Fellow Biafrans that are watching across the world, wherever you are watching this program from, I welcome every one of you, and I urge you to please, in the name of Chukwu Okike, to stand strong, never to look back. Do not be discouraged. Continue to focus on that which concerns. It is what we have signed up for. And today, we are going to speak on a topic which says the beginning of the end. As Biafra Republic of Exile, Prime Minister urges cabinet members to be at alert. The beginning of the end. This very topic is very important, at the same time very sensitive, and every one of us has to pay close attention. That time that we have been talking about is fast approaching. A time that we must preach the right message and carry everyone along. A time we cannot afford to lose our guard. A time we cannot afford to get distracted. A time that the enemy have intensified their attack. A time that the enemy will increase their propaganda and their blackmail from different angles. A time that the enemy will try to use different strategies to distract the restoration of Biafra. You must pay attention. Before we dive into this topic, I want to remind you, if you have not yet casted your vote on the Biafra self-referendum, I'm sorry, I don't know what you're waiting for. If you have not yet casted your vote on Biafra self-referendum, I do not know what you're waiting for. Please go and cast your vote now. If you have not casted your vote, go and cast your vote. If you have casted your vote, I want to ask you, how many people have you reached out to? How many people have you talked to on how and why they have not casted their vote? How many people have you preached to? How many people have you reached out to? How many people have you helped to cast their own vote? We know some people are still finding it difficult. Even to this moment, people are still sending me DM to help them on how to cast the vote. People are still sending me messages to tell them what to do and how to go about the vote. I'm still helping for help. Please, fellow Biafran that are watching, make sure you reach out to people around you and ask them if they have casted their vote and find out what challenges they are facing. If it is data, if it is the smartphone, if you are in the position to help, please do help. We have explained several ways you can help people to cast their vote. All you need to do is to get their consent, educate them on what they are about to do or and why they have to cast a vote. You don't vote for anybody without their consent. You don't vote for anybody. It is one man, one vote. So if you want to help anybody, discuss with them, educate them, then help them to create the Gmail, put the necessary informations, let them answer the necessary questions, impute their pictures, and let them cast their vote. You can do that. You can help someone in that means. Fellow Biafrans, we must have to continue to do what we have to, because the declaration of the restoration of the independent state of Biafra is going to happen this year. Our convention is coming up November, December, and the declaration will be made precisely on the 2nd of December, and nothing is going to stop it. Nothing is going to stop it. Every single one of us, we must continue to do our own part now, not tomorrow. One of the civic responsibility of every single one of us as Biafrans is to make sure we cast our vote on the self-referendum. That self-referendum speaks volume. Do not pay attention to people who tell you, why are you voting online? Why are you doing this online? The global world today has gone past manual things. Survey is conducted 24/7 online. And the international communities are using those survey acts. They are using those survey to give help. They are using those. So do not disregard every survey that Biafra conducts online. Every survey that the Biafra Republic of Israel conducts online, the international community is watching. United Nations conduct the same. United EU do the same. Very many countries of the world today do their survey online. And it is very, very legitimate. It is very, very legitimate in terms of development and in terms of making argument, in case it's in the court. We are in a generation where the AI is taking over. Everything is done in the digital way this day. And let me tell you why Biafra is different is that we are not waiting for anybody. Just like the global community is not waiting for you. It is your own responsibility to catch up with the trend of the global community. Catch up with them and even overtake them. That is what the Biafrans are doing. We catch up with them, we overtake them, and we set the pace. That is why the Prime Minister of Biafra, the Republic of Israel, tells you that he is not going to take the step that any other person have taken in order to save his people. And he's going to follow his own pattern. you shouldn't expect him to follow the path that other freedom fighters have followed in the past, including our eternal leader, Dim Odibogojugu, and our supreme leader, Mazen Nandeka. Our prime minister, Mazen Samuel, today has his own pattern based on the situation at hand. And the only thing we need to do is to give him the utmost support. So, pay attention. The only man you must listen to today is the Prime Minister of Biafra, Mazi Samuel. There have been several things that we have been saying online and preaching. There have been several things our Prime Minister have said and gave us order to go ahead and speak. And we have been speaking about those issues. When it comes to the failed state called Nigeria, for a very long time, we have been telling the people of the world that Nigeria is a failed state, that Nigeria can no longer hold, that Nigeria has ended. But still, some one Nigerianists, those who have decided to shut their views because of their fraudulent activities in Nigeria, those who feel that they cannot succeed in a sailing country except where there is fraud, they continue to pretend that all is well. They continue to push lies that everything is okay. But to every reasonable and responsible person, including the international communities, even when they pretend that it is all well, they are waiting for you to act. They know that Nigeria has come to an end. Every politician in Nigeria, every politician, those you call your statesmen, they know that Nigeria cannot be redeemed. Politicians by themselves have confessed before now. They have confessed and said Nigeria is irredeemable. The former Minister of Transportation, who later contested for presidency, said it by himself. And he said Nigeria is irredeemable. That you can't redeem Nigeria. And that is the truth. The decay and the end of the zoo has been announced long before now. And we that are the activists of Biafra, those of us Biafrans who are genuinely seeking for freedom, we know that the only solution today is to proclaim the end of Nigeria, end it all. Let every section go to their separate ways. The Oduduwas go to their separate ways. The Middle Belt go their separate way. The Biafrans go their separate way, and the Arewa on their own. This is not a selfish call. This call is not made out of hate. It is made to save life. This is the only genuine call you can hear in Nigeria today that is focused on saving life. The only genuine call today that is focused on life saving are those who are requesting and asking to end the contraption, the British Empire called Nigeria. This investment of the West called Nigeria, to end it, that is the only way to save life in that contraption called Nigeria. If you don't, you are only waiting for the explosion to happen. You know, we have said it, preached about it, and talked about it. And today, it is now playing out. Some of us must have seen a video where the Oduduwa people declared Oduduwa nation. They made the declaration, and the Zoological Republic didn't pay attention. The media never talked about it. Nobody talked about it. They kept silent. A lot has happened in the secret that you are not knowing. But Chukwu Okike Abiyama created the Biafran people. People from the old Southeastern region. Extraordinary. And these are the people you don't play with. That is why when they utter a word, before they open their mouth and utter the word, they must have think twice, look in and out, and they are ready to pursue it. That is why when we talk about the declaration of Biafra today, every hell is break loose, and there is fire on the mountain. When we talk about the end of Nigeria, people thought it was a joke, but today, we woke up and we saw a news on their conventional media. We saw a news information came that they summoned all their brigade commanders, all their commanders in the field, the military of Nigeria, the terrorist military of Nigeria summoned all their commanders to Abuja for an emergency meeting. When you hear such kind of summon, you should know that all is not well. They summoned all their brigade commanders to Abuja. That the insecurity has gotten to their neck. They can no longer control it. They want to re-strategize. And you that is watching as a Biafran, when you hear the Zuluka Republic trying to re-strategize, everything is involved, including coup. Everything is involved, including coup. And I bet you, the Biafra Republic of Exile, under the command of our Prime Minister, Mazi Samuel up to Biafra, the commander-in-chief of the armed forces of Biafra, under his command, he doesn't sleep and he doesn't overlook any move. That was why he made it clear to every cabinet members to be at alert. He said every cabinet member should be at alert. That if there happen to be any coup in Nigeria, Biafra will be declared in hours. And when you hear such statement, you must prepare yourself. When you see what is happening in the global community today, you see how the world today is sitting on a gunpowder. You know that you must have to prepare and focus on your own allies. Every one of us have the freedom to make our choice. We have the freedom to choose our friends. And just like Mandela said, you do not expect your friends to be my friends. You do not expect your enemies to be my enemies. Just as Mandela said, you do not expect the enemies of other people to be the enemies of Biafra, the Biafran people. Everything we do today and every step we take is for our own interest. That is how the world operates. The world we live in today operates according to interest. And every part of this world today are doing things that will favor them, regardless who is concerned. Every part of this world today is focused on their own interest. If you have not learned to pursue your interest, it means you are not ready to survive on this planet that we are today. That is why our Prime Minister came out. Remember, he said, Biafran first. In every single thing we are doing, it is Biafran first. We put our interests first before any other thing. And in the present state of the world today, we have considered our own interests and we choose our friend. And our Prime Minister have made a declaration that we are ready to support our friends. He talked about 15,000 foot soldiers who are ready to work with our allies. That we are ready. At any given time, we are called upon to deliver 15,000 foot soldiers to support our allies. It's up to you. You can think what you want to think. You can feel what you want to feel. You can say, why are we doing this or why are we doing that? It is for the interest of the Biafrans. We know where we are coming from. We know where origin, and we know those who stand with us. Your friends cannot be our friends, and your enemies cannot be our enemies. The Biafra Republic of Exile, under our Prime Minister, Mazi Samuel, have decided that if worse comes to worse with what is happening today, the attack we saw that Iran gave against the state of Israel. Iran attacked Israel in the open. If it happens that the state of Israel requires foot soldiers on the ground, if they require any help, that the Biafra Republic of Exile, under the command of our Prime Minister, Mazi Samuel, the Supreme Commander of the Armed Forces of Biafra, is ready to deliver 15,000 men on the ground. It is not a joke. Neither is it to make you happy or to make you angry. It is not to entice you. It is not to make you clap for yourself. This is the choice that the Biafran people have made. And he speaks on behalf of the Biafra Republic of Exile, on behalf of the Biafran people. Our Liberation Army are doing a great job and continue to do that job. And we will continue to do what we are supposed to do, regardless what anybody thinks or feel in their own way. You are entitled to your opinion. I remind you again, Mandela said that we cannot choose our friend based on your own decision. You cannot choose a friend for us or choose enemies for us. We treat people according to the way they treat us. And we accept people according to the way they accept us. It is Biafran first. Remember that. We know who our friends are. And we know who our enemies are. As long as it is for the interest of the Biafran people, we are going to do everything humanly possible to protect our interests. And that is exactly what we are doing today. Fellow Biafran that is watching, every one of us know the contraction called Nigeria has occupied Biafran land. We know the way they treat us. We know the plan of the Janjaweed and the Caliphate, how they feel about us. We know why they attack us when they attack us. We know why they kill us when they kill us. We know the origin of their hatred on us. We know. The Caliphate and the contraction called Nigeria with its operators, with its sponsors, the reason why they hate us is obvious. They did not hate us because we are violent. No. They didn't hate us because we stole from them. No. They didn't hate us because we are irresponsible. No. They did not hate us because we took their land or took their wives or their children. No. They only hated us because we are people who are loved by Chukwu Okike. We are hardworking. We failed. We refuse to be down. We are always up. Even when they take us to a labor camp, we emerge as a hero. Even when they took up with everything that we had, we still emerge as a hero. We don't beg. Even when they have tried as much as they can to put us in a position where we become beggars, we never become beggars. Fellow Biafrans that are watching, today we know why we are hated. If you are a genuine Biafran, you don't know why you are hated. You are your own. And let me tell you as a Biafran, it doesn't matter how you pretend. It doesn't matter how you pretend to make yourself being loved by the enemies of Biafra. They will never love you. It does not matter how hard you work to make yourself acceptable by them. They will never accept you. It doesn't matter how you behave to make yourself look reasonable before them. They will never treat you as somebody reasonable. This is a fact that you must learn to accept. And that is why we say it is Biafran first. We must not put anything first before our own interest, regardless who is concerned. Fellow Biafran that are watching, this year, 2024, it's a very delicate year when it comes to the restoration of the independent state of Biafra. We are in the final phase, the beginning of the end. 2024 is the beginning of the end of the sufferings of Biafra, the crying of Biafra, the complaints and the protests. 2024 marks the beginning of the end. And let me tell you, when the Prime Minister of Biafra, the Prime Minister, was announcing it, he didn't miss word. That is one thing I love about him. And every other Biafran leader that has come and gone. We don't say a word and go to sleep. Before we open our mouth to speak or pursue a cause, we know the implication. We know the result. And we are ready to put in everything that is required to get what we want. That is how a Biafran man behaves. The Biafrans will go to every length to get what they want. It doesn't matter the cost. And before ever they venture into that, they already studied the cost. That is why the Biafrans are successful in business, but especially the Igbo Biafrans. For anything they venture into, they must have studied the cost, the gains, and the loss. And after that study, when they march to pursue a cause, they will never go back. And this is the nature of everybody in Biafran territory. When we talk about the Biafran people, I am talking about Everybody in the old southeastern region, which is the present south, the southeast, and the lower Benue with the lower Kogi. If you are in any area where your grandmother ties 2 pieces of wrapper, you are a Biafra. It does not matter how you feel, and we have the same mentality. Forget about the division that the enemy tried to put in between us. Forget about the fact that enemies trying to create a different thing into the heads of some people. But I thank you today, that very dumb thing they put in our head is going away. Because we are the same people. Every Biafran person, we are one people. Almost the same attitude, the same religion, the same appearance. Bring a man from Ibibio, a woman from Ibibio, a woman from Igbo land, a man from Igbo land, a man from Ijo land, a woman from Ijo land, from Ibanke. You put them together and stand there. You can't know the difference. You cannot see the difference. These are one people. Bring men, regardless their tribe, their religion, their whatever, from the old Southeastern, bring them and stand them. You cannot differentiate who they are. And that is why when there is crisis in the north, if you are from the old Southeastern region and you are living in the north, they don't need to ask you if you are an Igbo man or a Ijo man. They will take you out. That is why when there is crisis in the southwest, when they see an Igbo man, they don't need to ask you if you are Igbo or you are Calabar or you are Ijo or Ibibio or if. When they see you, they're looking at you. They call you Igbo. You must answer it, whether you like it or not. And they take you out. Because they know we are one people. And in case you are not much more satisfied, that go to your Google and check who are the closest relation to the Igbos. Who are the closest relation to the Ijos? Who are the closest relation to the Ibanke people, to the Ibibio people? When you type it on Google, you will see the only tribe that is related to every single one of tribe in Nigeria, in that section of the country. The only tribe that is connected to every single tribe is the Igbos. They are related to every one of them. That is the connection. One thing that holds us together. We are one people. And nobody can change it. And I thank you that we have begun to see our oneness. We have begun to see our oneness. And we will not allow that to be taken away from us. That is why our Supreme Leader Mazen Nandekano stood on his ground. Whenever he's talking about Biafra, he is talking about the whole Southeastern region, which comprises of every single Biafra. Some people will begin to make the argument, why not we go with the 5 states? And when I hear such, I laugh. What do you mean by 5 states? Some ignorant people, out of their selfishness, because there are some of us that are very selfish and self-centered. Their selfishness and self-centeredness will make them to say, oh, let's 5 states. And I see they want to give us 5 states. Let's go to 5 states. What do you... And by the way, the Igbo Biafrans are in 12 states of that contraction. 12 states. The manipulation of the enemy is what brought the creation of division and separated all of us together. And when you want to tell yourself the truth, those of you that talk about Omenala and talk about traditions, when you want to talk about your people, you don't talk about the creation of the states. The creation of state is a political creation to manage a certain group of people. State is just a political creation. It's not original. And it doesn't have to decide the will of the people or the kind of people or the nature of people. No. It is just a political creation. When Gowon created the states, when Gowon made the move to disintegrate the southeastern region, the target was to create division. Before the creation of those useless states that he created, what we had was the southeastern region, southwestern region, and the northern region. That is what we have. And every one of them, we are progressing and succeeding on their own. The regional government which our eternal leader Jim Odumugojuku cried for and called for in Aburi, was the best way to succeed. Every region on their own. And these regions are on their own, created by Chukwu Okike Abiyama. In their cultures, you can see them, they have the same value. People in the old southeastern region have the same value. It does not matter their religion. It doesn't matter their tribe. It doesn't matter what they worship. These are people that have the same value. You go to Southwest, these are people that have the same value, the same thought, the same religion, the same line of thought. You go to the North, these are people that still have the same kind of thought, the same religion, the same feeling. So why must anybody come to force these different, diverse people to be in the same place by force? Without the consent of the people, you force them together. And today, the criminals, the fraudsters that this forceful entity is benefiting do not want it to be splitted. Every single person today that is crying for one Nigeria is because of his or her personal interest. Some of them because of their investment they have. They feel that when the contraction for Nigeria disintegrates, that they will not have access to their investment, which is stupidity and lie. Some of them feel that when this contraction gets disintegrated, they will not be relevant the way they are, because power will be taken away from them and be given to those who own this power. They believe that it will come to a stage where everybody will now be equal and have access to everything, and because of that, they don't want it. They want to remain relevant. They want people to continue to beg for them, beg them for every little thing they need. And that is why they are supporting the fraudulent entity called the Zoological Republic of Nigeria. Nigeria was never created to favor any indigenous person, not the Hausas, not the Yorubas, not the Igbos, not the Efik, not the Ibibio, not the Ijos, not any other tribe in that contraction. Nigeria was not created to favor anybody. It was not for the interest of the North. It was not for the interest of the Southwest. It wasn't for the interest of the Southeast. It wasn't the interest of the Middle Belt. That is why today, with all the loss of life that is happening in the country called Nigeria, the West doesn't care. Today, it is about Palestine. The next day, it is about one place and the other. But in the contraption called Nigeria, for the past decade, there is constant loss of life in the hand of the terrorists in that contraption. There is constant loss of life on daily basis. There is no day that passes for the past decade. There is no day that passes that a person doesn't lose his life in the hands of the terrorists in Nigeria. At a stage, the Nigerian Zoological Republic government forced the media not to report anything that has to do with terrorism. That is why today you don't hear much about the Fulani herdsmen and the attack. The number 4 deadliest terrorist group in the world. In Nigeria, operating 24/7, but you don't hear a report about it. They decided by themselves, through their media, to force the issue of Boko Haram to die down. They brought the issue of Boko Haram to die down, including by lying, including bribing members of Boko Haram, including bringing Boko Haram terrorists, well-known terrorists, and they will give them military uniform and tell you they have repented and they will integrate them. And when we talk about it, people say we are making it up. Recently, a report came from their own media. Sahara Reporter brought it. Sahara Reporter reported that a Biafran woman was beheaded by a terrorist military of Nigeria in Enugu camp. In Enugu, a Biafran woman, a terrorist military slit the throat of the woman, and it was reported. These are what they call repentant Boko Haram. But when we talk about it, they say it doesn't matter. It matters. The Zoological Republic called Nigeria is the only country that puts terrorists into their military. I have never seen another. If you have seen, please write on the comment section and tell us. Let's go and find out. I have never had or seen any country, including Islamic nations, they do not introduce terrorists into their military in the open. But in Nigeria, you will see the Zoological Republic, and they are introducing them in hundreds, in thousands. They are in the police, they are in the army, they are in in all their forces, including their immigration. That is why today the terrorists to come in. And you want us to fold our hand and pretend all is well. You want us to pretend, right? Well, we are not going to pretend. Most painful thing is that every of these idiots who is talking about one Nigeria knows this truth. But because of their selfish interest, because of their personal interest, they will never say the truth. And this started from the beginning. Exactly. My brother Kachi Obialo is saying something reasonable. My brother Kachi here is saying, Peter Obi, Good Luck Jonathan, Azikiwe are the image. Why some of them, the Kano and Odumegwu are them. I can't get what he's saying. Is he? I'm sure am I getting what he said actually. So what I'm trying to say that some of them who are pretending not to see what is happening in that contraction called Nigeria. Some of them who are pretending not to see it actually are just pretending because of their selfish and personal interests. Some of them are for their own personal interest, they are not supporting. It is not because what we are saying is not the truth. I just bumped into a video. There was a video which was made by this man. What is his name? The one that contested for election before. One of these guys that contested for election. What is that his name? His name? The one that was the former CBN governor, I think vice governor of CBN also. The one that was vice governor of CBN. That guy that was the vice governor of the CBN. I bumped into the video that guy was making. And in that video, surprisingly, this man was speaking and confessing to the same thing we are saying today. I've forgotten that his name. When I remember his name, I'll mention. He was confessing the same thing you and I are saying. The situation of the contemporary of Nigeria. The attack against the Biafran people, the inhumanity against Biafrans. He was speaking about it. But this difference is that after knowing all this truth, they will still come back and begin to support the same thing they know that is very, very wrong. But for us, we already know the truth. And we are ready to put our lives on the line, make the sacrifice once and for all. There's no need to pretend about it. There is no politician in Nigeria that does not know that Nigeria has ended. Both the ones that are serving and the ones that are still gearing up to cut their national cake, as they call it, they know that whatever they are doing is not for the interest of the masses, it is for their own selfish interest. So, my fellow Biafrans, every one of us must be at alert because something is about to kick in. All you have to do, mind where you stand and pursue it and follow it. You're welcome, my beloved brother Maxwell. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining us. You're welcome. Go ahead and speak to Biafrans, my beloved brother.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Mazi Chooks. It's been a while. I've been trying to come in. There is a different kind of version of your YouTube that they are giving to me that I cannot log in. Honestly. So when I
Can you hear me?
We can't hear you anymore.
What about now?
We can't hear you anymore. Mute yourself. I think you got a call also.
No, it just. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, okay. I don't know what happened. It just tripped off. I don't know the reason why it tripped off. So there is a different kind of version they are giving to me, not this particular one. So that one is if I click it, it will just give me the writings of your, stream here to join. But I can't click on it. It's just like an ordinary writing, written just like the comment that is showing there. You see? So that is what they've been doing. Anytime I try to come on, then today they have just gotten the old version that I used to come in before. Glory be to God. We must continue. I
We
think
must continue. They can't
there,
stop us.
yes, there is nothing anybody will do to us now. There is an adage in Igbo land. I will say it in Igbo land. That fifrere esigo esu. Fifrere esigo esu. I don't know how to translate it into English. When you see, whenever the millipede comes into the house and you want to take it, then it will round up, then they will put a stick or something and just whip it into the forest. So that is what the situation we are. So there is nothing that they do to us right now that is going to, affect us in a very bad way because already we are there. We are on the ground already. We cannot fear the ground anymore. We are there. So the only thing is that as we are on the ground, what do we supposed to do? Our people say that when they train a fighter and send a fighter, a wrestler, when your coach will tell you this is what you do, this is what you do. When you enter into the ring, the way your coach instructed you to behave might not be tenable in that court, in that ring. You have to devise your own means in order to counter your enemy, as at that time your coach has nothing to do with you anymore. You are there on your own. You are facing the music, you know the tunes, you know the guitar, the sounds of the guitars that are being used, the drums and so on. Then you have to devise your own means to fit in and win that fight. So that is the situation we are today. And I believe that the little effort we were put in place and will continue to put in place, that Chukwu Okike Abiama will not allow it to go in vain. Before I go on, I would like to say, may God bless my leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And I'm using this opportunity also to remember late Dim Chukwuemeka Odimegwu Ojukwu, the family that is now there, although we've not been hearing from the wife. Has spoken and boasting the way the husband was speaking when he was alive. I believe that they have run away from the ideology of, her late husband. They are mainly for one Nigeria and not for the liberation of their people that has been marginalized even before the war by the rest of the ethnic, groups in Nigeria. When you look at what is happening to our people, you know that late Ojukwu, my eternal leader, was right in everything he did. And I'm using this opportunity at least to remember him for what he has done for me. And I will not thank him enough, even at his grave or in his grave. What I got to know when I joined the army, his exploit, positive exploit for the liberation of our people, and what he did, as a man, how he funded the war, how he did everything to make sure that our people were free. But glory be to God, it may looks like it wasn't the time, but at the appropriate time, what God has meant for us and placed for us, spiritually, physically, will manifest in our front. I thank you so much, and I thank every Biafran, both those in the comment section. I say, I am in support of everything that you are doing. My mother, like all of you know, is from Ongwa tribe in Biafra land of Igbo extraction. So I am in support, but I'm a Ghanaian. And I do not know the level of love that I have for my mother's, ancestral land that has been pushing me. Even when they sack me, where they chase me away, I continue to propagate and do what I know that is right. For you that are born, indigenous people of Biafra, I don't need to tell you what to do. You don't need to allow anybody to tell you what to do. You know what to do. You know your rights. You know what is good for you. The question is, those that are advocating for one Nigeria, is one Nigeria working for you? Biafra land is militarized. The north, where the banditry, terrorists, armed Fulani terrorists that the world classifies as the third most dangerous in the world, are ravaging. Boko Haram, ISWAP, ISIS, and all the rest of them. You cannot go there and see their roads, heavily deployed and manned by police or military. But you that is asking for freedom without arms, they forcefully declare you terrorists in order to have the license to kill you. Because once you are prescribed a terrorist, the world will be looking at you as, how do I call it? Is it a leprosy person? Everybody will be running away from you. That was what they wanted to do. But glory be to God that they failed. They failed. Where did they start? It started from our house. It started from the house of Biafrans. Because in the house were in the Biafrans, some of them that my brother spoke about, those that are benefiting one way or the other, those that wants to join to have a hand or their own share on that national cake, those that value money more than the freedom of their own people, they wouldn't have proscribed us. They wouldn't have proscribed Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. They wouldn't have proscribed IPOB. The difference and the attacks that we are getting, even from those that you started this fight with today, wouldn't have been there. Wouldn't have been there. I saw this other guy was the voice note he was circulating. I said, look at these people. Look at these people. What is wrong with this kind of elements? If you commit something wrong and you are summarily, dismissed, does it mean that you are dismissed forever? There are people that, whether wrongly or, wrongly or otherwise. But they took it in their stride and they are back. But you committed something and they cautioned you about it, and you went as far as calling the same your brothers and sisters that you are running after in the night, chasing spirit, come out in the public in daylight, broad daylight, and begin to tell the people that, oh, Mazichuk is smelling like the spirit. What kind of nonsense is that? Must we be the first person to challenge our own people? Must we? May Chukwu Okike Abiama continue to bless you. May Chukwu Okike Abiama continue to bless the warriors of our land, men and women of Biafra, great agitators. Nothing will happen to you all. The love of God is with you, and we will survive this earthquake. Get ready for what is about to happen, and make sure that you are not, one way or the other, surprised. Let it not be a surprise to you, because God called us to do this, and we must do it for our people. May Chukwu Okike Abiama bless all of you, and as He is blessing you and enlarging your pocket, please contribute for the liberation of my mother's ancestral land. Thank you, and God bless you.
Thank you so much, my beloved brother Maxwell. You have blessed us as always. We will always be expecting your presence. I know that they have been hindering you from coming up, but I thank Chukwu Okike Abiama that we will always overcome them. We never give up. Thank you so much, my beloved brother. May Chukwu Okike Abiama continue to guide you, protect you, and secure you wherever you are, and we will continue to make progress. Fellow Biafrans, I hope you have been inspired and blessed. And from what our beloved brother have now given us, and we are going to take it as a closing remark, and I bring the program to an end because we have spent 1 hour already. I don't want to take it above 1 hour. So, fellow Biafrans that has connected to this program, wherever you have connected from, I appreciate every one of you, and I thank you for being part of this program. I say, may Chukwu continue to guide you, protect you, and secure you wherever you are. Remember, we are in a very critical time. You must be attentive. Obedience is better than sacrifice. There is only one voice you must listen to. The voice of the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Biafra, Mazi Simon Ekpa, the Oputo of Biafra land. Wherever you are, pay attention. He is there to give a selfless service to every one of us. He has given up everything, including putting his own life on the line, just like our Supreme Amazon Nandekan did, and our eternal leader, Dim Odumogutu did. This is his own time, and he is making the chase based on the situation at hand. We must all prepare. He has given the order and said, if we happen to hear of any coup in the zoo, every member of the cabinet of Biafra has to be at alert. Biafra will be declared sooner than we expect. Wherever you are, if you have not yet casted your vote, go and cast your vote. Prepare yourself. If you want to be in Finland, where history will be made on the convention, November/December, go and make yourself register on the Biafra Security Administration.org. I repeat, Biafra Security Administration.org. Go to Google, just type Biafra Security Administration.org. You can go in there. In that very place, you can apply for the convention. Only 1,000 people will be eligible to be there. Go and apply now if you want to be there. You might be lucky. You will be chosen among the first 1,000 people. Go and apply if you're not applied. And if you have applied, start processing your visa. There are so many countries that need a visa to be in Finland. Start now. Don't wait until then. Start now. Consult the liaison offices around your area. Make consultation so that you'll be helped on how to get your visa to be there. It is very important. And also, on the same site, Biafra Security Administration.org, you can apply for your Biafra ID card. When you apply for your Biafra ID card, answer the necessary questions, follow the normal procedures, and provide a passport photograph that is professionally snapped. A passport photograph that is professionally taken. The same passport photograph that you use for your international passport. Don't just snap any kind of picture and send. If you have done so, go and re-edit it and reapply. If you have not, get your information right and then apply. And your passport will be sent to you after your payment to your destination, wherever you are. Very, very important. Remember, the Biafra digital currency is still on the market. Biafrans are already investing heavily on the Biafra digital currency, Ejemma. Go and invest on Biafran coin. You can pay for all your bills. You can link it to your card. You can make your purchase in every country. You can buy your goods abroad with it. Save your money in Biafran Bank. And remember, 18% interest is given to everyone that invested in Biafran coin. 18% interest. You know what that is? Use that opportunity now that you have it. Don't wait till tomorrow. Fellow Biafrans, I appreciate everyone that have been part of this program today. May Chukwu guide and protect every one of you. I thank you for being part of the program. I pray that Chukwu will keep us safe and alive and give us the strength to overcome all the challenges and make us to remain consistent until victory is pronounced. May Chukwu guide and protect the Liberation Army, guide and protect the resistance fighters, guide and protect the Black Marine. May Chukwu guide and protect the Strike Force, guide and protect our Air Force. May Chukwu guide and protect the de facto government in the homeland and all the officials. May Chukwu guide and protect every member of the Biafra Republic of Exile cabinet. May Chukwu guide and protect all our Biafra Republic of Exile media. Every Biafra Republic of Exile media. May Chukwu guide and protect every one of you and secure you. May Chukwu guide and protect all our media speakers on different platforms, all our presenters that are genuinely speaking on behalf of Biafra in various platforms. whether you have a permanent platform or not, people who are putting their faces and lives on the line to speak the truth. May Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect them and their families. May Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect our Prime Minister, Master Simon Ekpa, the Okutobie of Biafra land. May Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect him, secure him, give him more wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Continue to strengthen him. Continue to hold him strong. No evil shall befall him. No evil shall befall him. No evil shall befall him. He will never dash his foot against a stone. Every trap they set for him will catch them. Every hole they dug for him, they will fall into it. May Chukwu Okike Abiama continue to guide and protect our supreme leader, Mazen Nandekano, wherever he is at this moment. We commit him in the hand of Chukwu Okike Abiama. We decree divine health for him. We decree divine strength for him. We decree divine healing for him. We decree divine revelation for him. No evil shall befall him. No evil shall befall him. No evil shall befall him. We pray that Chukwu Okike Abiama will give him divine protection. Very soon, he is going to regain his freedom and he will be with us and we will celebrate together. No weapon formed or fashioned against us as Biafran shall prosper. No weapon formed or fashioned against our Prime Minister Mazi Samadi shall prosper. Fashioned against our Supreme Damazen Nandika shall prosper. I appreciate every one of you that have been part of this program. Thank you so much for being part of this program. May Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect every one of you. Biafra government, peace, progress, unity, and equity. We move airborne. Thank you. See you again tomorrow, same time. Stay blessed.